Hey everybody, it's me Horus330 back at it again with another deck profile. I'm going to be showing you guys one of my troll decks. Actually, the only troll deck I have left. I used to have two more. I think it was a burn deck and an Exodia deck, and I sold them. When I was selling my decks were flying out the window just in the quickness. I used to have like 15 to 20 decks, and like I said, I sold pretty much 15 of them. I have 5 decks left, but I'm not selling any of these. So for those 15 people who bought those 15 decks, enjoy them. Hopefully you guys win, and hopefully I do not bump into you guys, because some of them were troll decks, some were pretty competitive, some were old school. It's just a variety amount. Anyways, without further ado, it is my final countdown 2018 deck profile, because nobody runs final countdown but me. And you're saying, how do you run a final countdown with just a final countdown limited to 1? So well, I'm gonna show you my deck profile, and hopefully you guys understand it. So without further ado, let's begin. I'm gonna start off with the 3 battle faders. Let me zoom in, because oh yeah, I still don't have my mat. I still not have a mat, so I'm gonna be using my carpet again. So I have my 3 battle faders. This, I don't have to explain most of this, because most of this deck is to delay and prolong the duel as much as possible. You get your 3 card Ds. You need draw power in this deck. The more cards you have, the more you're able to utilize them. I got 1 Winged Dragon of Raw Sphere Mode. I'm thinking of bumping it into 2 at most. You don't want to do 3, because 3 is too cloggy. You need 3 of your opponent's monsters, and 2 will be. I think 2 will be suffice. So right now it's working okay with just 1, but I think I will need 2. We got their 2 Swift Scarecrows. I don't run 3 because it's a little cloggy. I just want to run it at 2. 1 Camion and 1 Metallion. I know Metallion returns the monsters back. I mean, I don't have to explain these because these are already old, but I'm just gonna explain the different effects of the differences. They have the same effect that they cannot be destroyed by battle, by card effects, blah blah blah. Any battle damage, it's reduced to 0. And the difference is that after this card attacks at the end of the battle phase, return all monsters on the field back to the owner's hand and inflict 300 damage to your opponent times the numbers returned. That's including yours. But we ain't got shit. This one, let me see. Can I be a killer? If this card battles, shuffle 1 card your opponent controls into the deck, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. The whole point of this is to just have that extra turn. Like, the effect is just a plus, but it's just to have that extra turn to delay. Now, if you guys have another Metallion, you guys can add it in, or actually, I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna give you other options you guys can use. So for right now, if you guys wanna get another Metallion and take this guy out, because I think Metallion's better than this guy, or I forgot which other Time Lord has a better effect. But yeah, right now this is how it is, and it's been working like this. We got your 3 lava golems. 3 lava golems. You sacrifice 2 of your opponent's monsters. It's kind of like those. What do you call them? Shit. Oh man, I forgot the names of them, but I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, like Gamma Seal. It's the same thing, but I would think it's a little bit better because it does that burn damage. Because this is also a burned deck, so that way either final countdown will destroy you, or I'm gonna burn the shit out of you, or both, whatever. We got your. Oh yeah, that was it for the monster lineup. Now for the traps, we had the 3 Threatening Roars. We got 3 Wabakus. 1 Quicken Mirror Force. Now I want to explain something to you guys. I've been using Quicken Mirror Force in the past, and now with the whole Link summoning thing, it has lost its strength. I will recommend you guys to either put a Storming Mirror Force or a Drowning Mirror Force, because this way the effect will activate. Because Quicken Mirror Force places the monster's face down defense permanently. We all know Link monsters cannot go to defense mode no matter what. This can at least pop them back. So yeah, if you guys have any of these 3, I would suggest to replace that for that. Skill Drain. I believe most of it'll affect your opponent more than you. The only thing that could affect you is your card D, and what do you call it? Maybe your Sphere Mode or your Lava Golem. So it depends what you have in the field at that moment, or what your opponent has in the field. So yeah, I would suggest a Skill Drain, 1 Macros. 3 cylinders, burn damage, and it's also like delay a stop. So that was it for the traps. 1 Dark Door. This is an old school card. Both players can only attack with 1 monster per turn. So like I said, this is all about delay. 3 Sarcophagus, because you want to search for that final countdown since it's only limited to 1. Once you have final countdown, you can search for anything else like Dark Sanctuary. I want to run this at 3. This is amazing. So if I run this at 3, I think I'm going to take away Camion. And God knows what else I could probably take off, but I'm pretty sure I can replace it easily. So yeah, 3 Dark Sanctuaries. If you guys don't know what Dark Sanctuary doss, is I'm not gonna use the first effect because the first effect is only for final count. I'm sorry, for Destiny board. So the second effect is toss a coin. If it lands heads, negate the opponent's attack and inflict damage to your opponent equal to half of that monster's attack. And if it's tails, the attack just goes through. So it's a 50-50 chance, and your opponent starts to lose damage faster. 3 pots. We don't really special summon, and like I said, we want to get to that final countdown as soon as possible. 1 day apiece and Dimensional Fissure. So that's it for the main deck. Now the extra deck. That's right, we got an extra deck. But the extra deck is just to fuck with your opponent, so that way they don't know that you're running a final countdown deck. Because usually Exodia decks, burn decks, and final countdown decks do not have an extra deck. So if you show up with your locals or whatever with this shit like this, I'm still looking for more fusions. They're gonna think, hey, they're not gonna think, hey, it's a burn deck because he doesn't have an extra deck. They're gonna think, okay, what kind of deck is he running? You know? Oh yeah, and I'm looking for a card. I forgot what's the name of it, but I'm gonna tell you guys the effect. And hopefully you guys can help me out. What's the name of that card that says if you control more than 1 type, fusion, synchro, exceed in your extra deck zone than your opponent fucking does some shit. I don't know. Like I said, I forgot the effect fully and the name of the card. So you guys can help me out and, comment below what's the name of the card, because I'm kind of looking for it. I just don't know the name, so I can never find it. You guys can help me out. So yes, that is my final countdown deck profile. Hopefully you guys like it. I use this shit on my tournaments, locals. I win most of the time. That's how I get free boosters, sell my cards, make money for the honey. I'm out.